creative industry. So our guest is a special investor in this industry. He's an entrepreneur, philanthropist, a visionary leader who has special interest in media and arts. He is an independent candidate, parliamentary candidate for the Asante Achim North constituency for this year's election. Listeners, we have in the studio Ohene Kwame Frimpong. He's here with us in the studio. Let me say hi to him. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
And you are a politician, but this is a showbiz program. There's a reason you are here, because of your contribution to the arts. I hope you find yourself comfortable in our midst, though.
Oh, it's all right. I'm not a politician yet. I'm now dipping my foot into it. I'm still a businessman. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Ohene Kwame Frimpong is our special guest today on the show. Let me start by asking, where did you grow up?
Well, thank you, and I want to say hello to your listeners. I've lived at La Paz, Newmarket. I've lived at Dakoma. I've lived at Fadama. I've lived in North London. I've lived in Manchester. I've lived in Agogo.
Wow. Can I say you've lived everywhere?
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. Well, fair enough.
Have you lived in Lagos before Nigeria?
Oh yeah. That was when I was very young. Like,
wow.
Basically, yeah.
Wow. So, did you spend your formative years in Ghana?
Yes, I did. I say part of it. Yeah, in Fadama, basically.
Okay. So, how old were you when you left Ghana?
Good question. I was 17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. You were secondary school level, junior?
Secondary school level,
secondary
right
school
after.
level.
Yeah.
Wow. And you left for London?
Yeah.
Okay. So you schooled in London too?
Yes, I did.
Tell us about that.
Right. I did school in Cornell College in North London. Did travel and tourism over there.
Travel and tourism. Now this is your home. Our show is for tourism, art and culture.
Right.
Welcome home once again.
Thank you.
Tell us about growing up in Ghana. How was it like, growing up in our setting?
Thank you. It gets challenging. In my case, I didn't grow up with I didn't spend most of my formative years with my biological parents. My parents were living in America, and so I was most often living with uncles and aunties. It got tough at some point, but it was okay. It was okay.
So when I was introducing you, I mentioned you were a politician. You said, no, you're not a politician yet. You are an entrepreneur. That's okay. So that's okay for you as a description. That's okay. Entrepreneur.
It is.
But I've seen you, build mosques, clinics, schools at Asante Achim area. What is the inspiration for all these things?
It's love for people, love for humanity.
You don't care about what to get in return?
So far as I'm not starving myself in doing this, I'm okay.
Wow. I know that you are also you also own a radio station in the area.
Yeah.
Where is it located?
It's located in Agogo. Salt FM.
Okay, Salt FM.
Yeah.
What drove your interest into that area?
Thank you. The drive came about when I went to the area to do donations. Severally, I went into a couple of hospitals in the area to help or support, give financial support to patients within these hospitals. And most often when I went there, I realized that I was dealing with cases of minors. I mean, girls who are 15 years old, 16, 17, who have had babies, they've delivered, they're okay, they're fine, their babies are fine, but they have bills to pay, and as a result of that, they are sat in the hospital, they can't go home. And then upon further checks, you realize that they have been victims of teenage pregnancy, where whoever they have the child with is also a student or a young person. They're not even working, and so after paying their hospital bills, I'm forced to basically, give them some financial support for them to start something to do with their life, so that they can feed themselves and feed the baby. And so the rampant cases of teenage pregnancy, caught my attention. That, look, if I'm ready to go into the media space, yes, I could do it in Accra, I could do it in Kumasi, if it was financially, if it was a financial motive behind it. But I wasn't thinking about what I was going to get in return. I was thinking about what I was going to give back to the community in terms of educating and informing them on some of these things, teenage pregnancy. Talking to people for them to understand the importance of education, and whole bits and bobs.
In 2020, the radio station got burned.
Yeah.
How did you bounce back?
Thank you.
Because it's not easy to run a radio station.
It's not at all.
You got bent and you came back.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Let me I want the right word to use. Let me put you in a more surprise mode for you to know that same day that the radio station got burned, I did something very extraordinary.
On the same day?
On the same day. No, I would say on the same day, even within minutes, not even hours. That day, I don't know, but whether it was luck or whatever, we were not working. So the IT guys said they wanted to do something on our mast, on the radio mast.
Yeah.
And so the radio was off that particular day. So I was at the transmitting site, right, while they were doing a few electrical work at the radio station. Then I got a phone call that the radio station is on fire. So my next question was, is somebody hurt? Then there was a lady who phoned me, a Kieska. Then she said no. I said, okay, I'm coming. So I got there, and I heard myself. I didn't cry, but I was torn apart. I was broken. Now, I went into the premises. I didn't go upstairs into the studio, but I saw a lot of people bringing burnt chairs out, burnt instruments and things out. I looked at it, and then I called some of the workers. I asked them to escort me to the Agogo Presby Hospital. So we went there, and I took every single money I had with me at that point. Actually, I didn't even have much, so I called my brother to ask him whatever money he has, he should bring it to me. So he brought it to me. We went there, and I made sure I paid bills of people in the hospital and all that. That's what I did. Then when I finished, I had a return ticket to the States. I called KLM, I changed my ticket, and then after paying everything, I saw to it that everything was okay within the studio and all that. Then the following day, I left Ghana.
Wow. Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's come to art, because I have actually noticed that you have some interest in the arts. What informs that interest?
Sorry, with the question again.
What informs your interest in art?
Oh, thank you. So myself, my father was a musician. He's passed away. May he so rest.
His name?
Smart Frimpong.
Ah.
He was the guitarist for Nana Machidede.
That's your father?
Yeah.
Okay.
So music or entertainment is not new to me at all. Being in the UK, I've been part, or I've headed a few concerts in and around UK.
Okay.
Where I know I've done a lot when it comes to entertainment or arts. And so one of the very famous concerts, Ohene Kwame Eugene in London Dominion Centre. It was solely financed by myself.
That 2018, right?
Yeah, correct.
That was your concert?
That was my concert, yeah.
And which other ones?
And then the very famous medical in O2.
The recent one?
Yes, it was solely funded by myself.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are there more?
A few ones here in Ghana, but I was just behind it. I didn't want to.
I hear the Paris in Accra event as well.
Yes.
That was in 2021.
2021, yes.
And then Narcis Kavod.
Yes. I was just part of.
You partnered.
I would say financial bit, yes.
So the ones that a bit. How much is a bit that you put into it?
I'm more usually I talk about the ones that I've fully been responsible for financially. The ones that you've gone to support people. You don't want to take any credit or anything.
I get it.
I like to stay in my lane when it comes to that bit. But ones that I have fully taken responsibility for in terms of financial assistance or financial, that's why.
Let's talk about the Ohene Dadzie one. Where did you put money into it? Was it an investment sort of? Were you doing that to get returns?
Yes, I did. I was doing
that was for business purposes.
That was for business purposes. That's correct.
And you had the returns?
No,
you didn't.
You see, for that particular concert, it was very, very difficult for me because it was the first time I was doing a major show in London. Now, remember, there are big names in London, and usually when you're entering into people's territory, usually look at me and say, where is this guy coming from? You're from Manchester, you want to dip into the London business and that. But so there was a bit of challenge. Would you
consult some of the event promoters in London to help you pull this through?
Very good question. I would say yes, and then at the same time I would say no.
Let's hear the yes.
I subtly had the conversation with two of them.
Okay.
But it looked like they wanted you. The conversation went like they actually wanted you to, if you've got the funds to do it, bring it to them for them to do it because they have got the crowd.
So you outsource the event to them.
Exactly. So they didn't want you to be like a frontliner person, but if you've got the funds and you're kind of thing. But of course, I wanted to do my own thing as well. Try me 19 kakra. So that one was very tough. But of course, we learned, and then we built up for the medical O2. That was a
before we come to medical, you said the yes side. So the no was what?
The no was because people would want to sit down with you, tell them, well, okay, look, I want to do this. What can you do to help me? And they want you to sit down with them so that basically you hand everything to them. But I wasn't prepared to do that. So some people that I could have gone to them to speak to for help, I didn't bother at all because people will even tell you, oh, this one, don't talk to this one. They'll sabotage you. Oh, don't. So some of them, sometimes you sit back and say, okay, well, I'm getting this advice. Let me sit back and watch, or let me not try. Yeah.
So in effect, are you saying you didn't have the numbers to attend? You didn't have numbers.
I didn't. The concert was very good. It was a brilliant show, but I didn't have the numbers at all.
Approximately, how many people would you say attended the event?
I would say we had between 500 to 600 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dominion Center.
And Dominion Center's capacity is around 1,004.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then this year you did medical.
We did medical.
You know the fear.
No.
Oh, there she. How did that go?
It went very well. It went very, very well. Very, very well. I mean, and I'll use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to all the guys that supported medical because they were part of the history.
Yeah.
We can't just call medical
Shatawale,
Sarkodie, help me with the names.
a number of them. J Bad was there, right?
J Bad was there. A few UK acts as well, and then Sister Debbie also came.
Of course, yes.
So it was good. It was good. I'll use this opportunity to say, look, you guys did very well. Thank you so much. That was very good. You supported a brother. It was medical show, but you did it for Ghana, and I think it was.
So this time around, did you get any good returns from this particular one?
I did. Yes, I did.
Love that.
I did.
You consulted this time around. Did you outsource the event to other people in London, or you did a collaboration?
Well, so I was mainly in for the financial part
of it. Okay.
But there is a lady, a very famous lady, but since she doesn't want to be known, so I won't mention her name now. If she wanted, I would. She did very well. She did brilliantly with her crew.
Wow.
They did all the organization, the backstage things, and all that. And it
Interesting.
Went well. It went well.
Did you have a hand in the entire set, as in who is coming to perform and all that? I'm asking this because of the Sister Debbie surprise element.
See, all the acts
Yeah.
that came to support medical, I think it's just about 2 of them that we had to pay for some things, hotel and a few things. Almost all of them, they took the financial part themselves.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was just
Their flight and everything.
Yes.
Almost.
Definitely, Shatawale didn't. We didn't do anything for Shatta. That's the only one I'll mention. The rest I won't say anybody else.
Wait, you didn't do anything for him as
in terms of financial support. We didn't book his hotel. We didn't pay for his flight. Nothing.
You didn't pay for his performance?
No.
Really? What about Sister Debbie?
It's okay.
She came out of her own volition, as in coming to support the event?
Yes, she did.
So it's true. Now I'm hearing from the horse's own mouth. Wow. And they were all over, the news, the performances and everything. And truly, how many people came to that event?
You mean the capacity?
Entire.
So O2 Indigo is 27,000 capacity.
Okay.
It was full. It was sold out.
Sold out? 27,000?
Mm-hmm.
The Indigo at the O2?
It was sold out.
Is it 2007 or 27?
2,700.
2,700.
Not 27,000.
Yes.
2,700. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we had about 2,700 people in attendance.
Yes.
That's great, commendable.
Yeah.
Do you intend to do more?
Oh yes. Yes.
Still in London or other parts of the world?
I believe that it's going to be in Manchester because currently in my backyard in Manchester, if I say backyard, I live very close to this.
Yeah.
There's an arena, a new arena that was that's been up just about 2 months ago, and it's a little over 20,000 capacity. Actually, at the moment, it is the biggest arena within the United Kingdom.
Okay.
And so I want to do probably about 5 to 8 A-list artists from Ghana somewhere next year. I want to do that.
Next target.
Yeah.
You and Kasa, where do you live? Asante Achim, Accra, or London, or US?
At this moment, I'll say more in the United Kingdom, in Manchester.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you from Asante Achim?
Yes, I was born in Agogo.
Okay. Makes sense now. Makes sense. Now let's talk about the creative industry a bit before we come to the Asante Achim, the whole new thing you are projecting. There is difficulty in getting investment in this industry. What do you think is or are some of the things we can do to help, solve this situation?
Good one. See,
because you are doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Building a brand.
Yeah.
You always have to be conscious about trust. What you do for people to trust you. How you behave. Because if you're trusted I believe that if anyone has got the field they want to invest in, in any entertainment program, they will do it because they trust you. But if they don't, or if you put up several antisocial behaviors and you soil your brand, it's going to be tough for you. It's going to be difficult for you, because I know that if you're hosting an event, say in the UK, there are certain people that if you put their name on there on the bill, you might lose out. At the same time, there are certain people, even if they are not performing, but they're passing through, that will push your numbers up. And so it's all about building your profile in a more positive way. Then it's difficult, like you said, it's indeed difficult. But you see, where I've lived more, that is in the UK, there are so many ways of getting funding. So I'm saying you can have personal funding, you can have business funding, where of course you can channel it into other avenues for your returns.
Great. What do you think is the biggest challenge for the creative industry in Ghana? Because you've followed the industry, you've meddled, quote unquote, in our affairs and all that, investing in this industry. What do you think is our biggest problem?
I'll say attitude.
Okay. Of the players in the industry.
Yes, attitude of the players.
What about their attitude or our attitude?
You see, most often than not, our artists forget that how the way things run here in Ghana is entirely different in the UK. In terms of costs, in terms of profiling people, because you'll be surprised to know that with the artists that came to support MDK, at least one of them was almost stopped from entering the O2.
One of them?
Yes, I'll mention the name, but one of them was almost
from
stopped.
The O2 itself, the venue.
They said that their profile, the profile they have here in Ghana, they're certain antisocial behaviors. And so they can't allow them into the O2. Yes. If you're into big antisocial behaviors like maybe gun crimes, robberies, rape cases, or things or behaviors that will kids are to be safeguarded from, of course they're not going to allow you. There's certain venues you can't perform there. You can't. That's why I said attitude. So attitude in the sense that the way you build your brand, and then also how you work things out with these promoters, because sometimes it gets very tough because the money is very difficult to come by the money. And some of the artists, after all the program and everything, you realize that you're short of funds and you're thinking, okay, you're an A-list artist. Maybe you're coming with your manager. I want you to be in a business class, or you can be in the business class. But let your road manager or the manager go on economy, and then they start fuming. And say, no, but why would my manager want to go in economy while I'm in a business class? But they don't understand that sometimes all these costs, it's not easy. So it boils down to attitude. So yeah.
So this artist in question, did he or did she get access into the auditorium finally?
Yeah, the person was cleared finally. Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
How did it happen?
Yeah, we had to challenge the decision. There are certain profiles they pulled online, certain things they pulled online that constituted their action. But yeah, we also countered it with told them some of them were false, and indeed some of them were false. And yeah, we basically was a counter.
I love how you are contributing to our creative industry and the growth of it. Now you've ventured into events, planning and all that. Do you intend to maybe sponsor other musicians, other creatives in terms of their production of their works?
I'm already doing.
You're doing that.
I'm already doing, but I'll mention anyone.
No, you are supporting people's productions.
Yes.
Music.
Yeah.
Film.
Yes. Music and film. Yes.
Really? No, I think you're doing great, and you need to be celebrated.
Thank you.
But why are you not loud in this part of you?
It's out of love. It's not for monetary gain. So
let's talk about politics. You say you are not a politician, but
not yet.
But you have the interest. You are standing as an independent parliamentary candidate for Asante Achim North.
I am indeed, yeah.
Why that?
Thank you. You see, in life, I believe there's a time to be born, time to work, time to live life, time to depart from the earth. Now, I have done a lot with people in terms of giving back to society. I believe that with whatever business I'm doing now and being able to support my people, it's got to the point where I want to do it more and give back everything to them, because currently there are a lot going on that aren't the best, right? I want to represent my people in Parliament to secure the best for them, so that the youth, majority of the youth, can get work to do. Because it is my dream to build factories across my constituency. And to God be the glory, I've been able to secure several deals with several investors outside Ghana. Not very long ago, just around about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Some investors that I already visited them and their facilities in Turkey, somewhere around in May. These investors have got 12 hospitals in and around Turkey. I was able to convince them. I was able to talk to them. I saw their hospitals, very big ones with a lot of machines and all that. So just about 3 weeks ago, I invited them to Ghana. They came. We met at AH Hotel on the 9th of September. The records are there because we called upon the media to come in and witness that day.
Wow.
So we spoke about a lot, and we have penned down a few things. They want to invest. They are ready to invest over $100 million in the agric and health sectors. They are ready to build hospitals in my constituency. They are ready to do few in here in Accra. They've seen a few properties that we have, and it was good. So even before being elected into Parliament by my people, I'm already putting things in the right perspective for them to have that belief in me that indeed I will be able to do it. I'm there to serve. While I'm not even in government or not getting any financial support from the government or any individual, I've been able to do it. And so I want to get into Parliament, represent them, and help bring everything that the government has for them or can give them, bring it to them.
Let me ask you, in case you are voted for as the MP for the area, you're going to be one person in Parliament. You know how our political scene is. You should be either aligned to party A or party B, majority, minority, and all that. Now, already you are doing so great for your people. What do you think is that thing about being in Parliament that will cause a change in your contribution to the people of Asante Achim North? What will be the differentiation factor this time around when you get to Parliament?
Okay, so if I'm dealing with any investor,
Yeah.
they want to bring money into the country.
Okay.
They need security, right?
Yeah.
They want to make sure that when they come in, things will not go south for them. So if you're in government, or if you've got the power of the government backing you, that trust will be there for them as well.
Great.
So that's the difference.
Great. Now, let me bring in Francis Doku. He is an art, tourism, culture, Don. That's why it's called the Don. He's been in media and arts for a long time, and tourism as well. Let me pick his thoughts on your new direction and your contribution to the art industry. Uncle Francis.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I think that it's important that we have, people who have interest in the arts and willing to invest.
He's pumping money.
Yeah, and it is commendable. If you recall, at a time when we were doing a lot of, music and albums, and all that back in the early 2000s, and all that, when the likes of Agicote and Goodies,
and
others were
and all
in
those people.
the industry.
Yeah,
we saw how they invested and how that helped, in the early days of the hip life, movement, and all that. So I think that it is good that he's not only investing in production, but even putting in his resources into events, because as you know, now how most artists make money is when they appear,
on stages,
when they're engaged and all that. Apart from the online streaming, which is difficult really. So if there are any other means by which people who have interest are investing in that, I think it's commendable, and I hope that it won't stop when he becomes a politician.
No, let's ask him.
I hope it doesn't stop. I hope it will continue. Even if it's not,
he should promise us.
So it won't stop.
No, it's not going to stop. I might not be directly involved, but I'll put the right people in place to get it going. It's not going to stop. No.
Okay, Uncle Francis.
Yeah, that's the point I was making. That even if it's not him directly, because the work of parliamentarian is a lot.
Yeah.
So maybe you won't have the time and all that. If or is it when or if he gets to power? So it is good to hear that that will not stop him from still contributing his knowledge, his resources and all that into it. We need more people like that. In fact, we need institutions that would invest in young people. There are a lot of creative and talented young people who need, the kind of support and all that. But it's difficult. So if we have one, I think we need to pray or seek for more, so that there will be a lot more investment in the creative space. And again, as he mentioned, there's a need for a change of attitude, by the creative people. Because see, if people are going to invest their resources and they don't see that the people in the industry, the particular sector, are willing to conform to the things that will make them grow, I think it will be disincentive to others who are willing to come to that area. So there's a need for a lot of change in attitude and all that. We know, for instance, that our artists, most of them, not all of them, most of them, will not show up on time when they are supposed to, perform, and all that. Some of them will not show up for mic check, so they are very sure that they are ready for the performance and all that.
Others, you book them for shows, radio programs, and they won't come.
They'll take your money and they won't show up, And so if you do that, you discourage others who are willing to invest in the area to come. So it's important, as he mentioned, that we need to look at the attitude. And even as we do that, also pray and hope that we get a lot more people who invest in the area, so that will flourish in that area. So congrats to him, and we hope that he continues to do that, and hope others.
Beautiful one there. Francis Doku. 05511119997 is our WhatsApp line. Somebody has sent in this one. Kofi Sikadio says, the gentleman Ohene Kwame Frimpong is really doing the yeoman's job for the industry. Extremely huge investments into the space. Ohene Kasampa. Okay, you can also send in yours now 055 997. I'm having a conversation with an entrepreneur. He is a philanthropist and also somebody who is doing so much for the creative industry. He was behind Medical's O2 Indigo concert, Kwame Dadye's live in London and Manchester concerts in 2018. Yes, so he's been doing so much behind the scenes, and he is standing as an independent parliamentary candidate for Asante Achim North constituency. Let me ask Ohene. Ohene, so why are you going independent? We have MPP, we have NDC, we have Ekweadonkos Party, we have all the other parties.
The new force.
The new force. We have the new force.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My decision to go as an independent candidate lies on the fact that whatever I am giving back to the society, I believe every single person should have a share of it.
All right.
It should not be a certain group of people. I have come out from, or I've been associated with a certain political party. I could have gone through this on the ticket of that political party.
Which party is that?
And by so doing, before I would get a nod, it is a group of people who would have to vote for me. They are called delegates.
Yeah.
Now, these delegates, most often, it becomes a money crazy, venture or whatever you could put it. You would have to pay. You would have to grease their palms. Right? It's more or less who's got the money. Right? Now, I felt that the current problems within Asante Achim North, I wasn't ready to pay money to 580 people. I decided that money I would invest within the community.
Okay.
So as I speak to you, that funds that I was going to spend, or I could have spent on certain delegates or certain group of people whom I wasn't even sure that they were going to vote for me, I decided that I would put structures, I would invest in the community. So as I speak to you, I've already built a 3-block classroom.
Wow.
Within my region.
3-block classroom.
I'm not done. I've only mentioned one. You say, wow.
Tell us more.
Wait for 10 more.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay.
And
one.
If
the classroom is one.
If you put the phone lines up, they will call. They will tell you.
Wow.
Yes, the records are there. I'm sat at Joy FM. This is a very reputable station. I can't be sat here and be telling lies and all that. Yeah. I've built a 3-block classroom at a place called Jidim in my area. Now, I did not just build a classroom. I also furnished it. 300 chairs, mono desks in there for them. So it was, while I was handing over, it was ready to be used. Right? Now, as I speak to you now, we have an area called Yoso.
Okay.
The whole community, there is no public toilet. Now, somebody might think that if you're building a toilet, the toilet is nothing. I mean, what has toilet got to do with it? But remember, when the issue of hygiene pops in an area, or when if there's an outbreak, if you're not doing things right within your community, it becomes more devastating. I am building a 20-seater toilet for the people of Yoso.
Okay.
Now, as I speak to you, there's a place called Onyemso within my area. Most often when I visit the area, you find out that there is no teacher in the classroom. Upon checks, I realized that the teachers have not got any accommodation at all. And so it's either they are affected by weather conditions, so they are not able to come to the class to teach the kids, or the one who's even had a place to sleep. And so I am building a teacher's block for the teachers there at Onyamso. It's ongoing as I speak to you.
Wow.
Now, another area called Abrewapong, I am building a clinic and then a nurses' quarters as well, so that we wouldn't have the issue of nurses not being able to be around in a clinic because of accommodation, right? Because there are other several towns or villages around Abrewapong who are going to access this clinic. As I speak to you, there is a secondary school named Collins Senior High School in Asante Acham North.
All right.
Right. It's in the heart of Agogo. Students over there had a very big challenge when it came to seating in their classrooms, to the point that sometimes they had to go to the pantry to collect chairs to come and sit down in their classrooms. And of course, I did find that appalling. And so, as I speak to you, I bought 200 mono desks for Collins Senior High School and donated it to them. Now, so from what I've just mentioned, I've delved into education.
Yeah.
I've delved into healthcare. Now, there are other socio-economic infrastructure. I've done a lot within my region, to be honest with you. Talk of the mosque. Someone will say that, well, you're not even a Christian, you're not even a Muslim, you're a Christian. Why would you build a mosque? But it's to prove to everyone that, look, we are all the same, we are all one.
You're not a Muslim?
I'm not. No, I'm a Christian. I was born a Christian. I'm still out. Maybe someday, but for now, as I speak to you, I'm a Christian.
And you built a mosque?
Yes. The mosque has got a clinic attached to it that serves everybody. You don't have to be a Muslim, or you don't have to be of a certain religion to access that clinic, which is attached to the mosque. For that, as I speak to you, they've had about 5 5 babies over there where they've helped women go into labor for about 5 people. So yeah. And it was all successful.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
We have about 6 named already.
Yeah, 6.
And there are more.
Yeah, there are more.
What are the signals you are picking on the ground since you launched your intention to contest as an independent parliamentary candidate?
Before I answer that, do you want me to add the other 4 to make it the 10?
Oh, you can do that. Sorry.
Oh, if you've got time.
I thought you didn't want to add more.
No.
Okay.
Well, I can mention it.
Yes.
Now, there's an area called Ekutuase.
Okay.
Now, Ekutuase, the women over there, their challenge, their major challenge was a market facility. They had one before, but due to bad weather conditions, that was destroyed. I am building 48 stalls for the women in Ekutuase. 48. As I'm speaking to you, another school, basic school in Ananikrum, there was a viral video of kids sat on stones while writing exams. I provided them 50 desks. Aside that same day, I was told that the water in the school was broken down. The water system was broken down. I funded and got it up and running. The other water projects, Behedareso, because of Ohene Frimpong, they have good quality water. There's a lot I've done out of pocket, and I believe that now I'm coming to your question.
Yes.
I believe that based on what I've done now, another thing, for the last 9 years and coming until now, every single year I donate live chickens and rice to the widows and people with disability within my area. Every
year.
In the last 9 years coming, I've been doing that. Been giving them chicken and yeah.
So the signals are positive signals.
On 7th December, we will know.
What do you have to tell the people?
All I would say is I believe in them.
Yeah.
I know that indeed they've realized what I'm capable of doing positively within my region. Now, one more thing that I almost forgot that let me bring it in. I have secured a license to set up a fertilizer factory to support the farmers within the region, because I am more about agriculture. I want to make sure that our produce, most of them are exported out. I want to make sure that the farmers get value for money. Right. Aside that, I have intentions of building a plantain storage to store our plantain and regulate the market within the region for our plantain farmers, because majority of the people within my region are farmers, and so I want to make sure that indeed they get value for money for what they do.
Thank you very much, Ohene Kwame Frimpong. He is an independent parliamentary candidate for Asante Achim North constituency, and yes, he has done a lot for his people, including the creative industry. Joining us here today on Showbiz A to Z. Before you go, finally, today we're talking about the effects of Galamsey on tourism, and you are somebody with a tourism background, looking at all the things that Galamsey is doing to us as a people. Your thoughts on how this is impacting tourism?
Thank you. See, I will not support illegal mining.
Great.
I know that there are better avenues or better outlines for mining. I think that is what we should really focus on, and not give room for illegal mining, because the damage, even though people are getting financial gains, and most of them is for themselves, but it's not bringing out a good picture for the people in the diaspora, and then also for entertainment for that matter, because if there's an investor somewhere sat maybe in England or in America, and they watch the news, they look at what's happening before any investor take money anywhere. They do a lot of research, they do a lot of background checks, right? So you don't really want to put your state or your country in a position where people will think twice when it comes to investing, and it affects a lot. The damage is not only to the people, but it doesn't create a good picture for people outside or people who want to, invest in the creative industry. So I think it's not a good picture. We should desist from it and focus on the proper way of mining. That it's okay.
Thank you very much, Ohene Kwame Frimpong, who is an entrepreneur, philanthropist, a visionary leader, and also has a special interest in the creative industry. He is an independent parliamentary candidate for the Asante Achim North constituency for this year's elections. Thanks so much, sir, for coming through.
Thank you very, very much for having me. Thank you.
Joy 99.7 FM. We have so much more to give you today. We will be talking about the effects of Galamsey on tourism in Ghana right after this.
The luckiest
star 712 #
luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah. Ekoma and Nanfufua, a daily star 712 hash, and found no regrets. A Sankoma investors are a striking gold. Ekoma health workers are a diagnosing lack with precision. A Sankoma that tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. Say Ekoma passionate fan or also entering containing a joy. After to the stressor or turning a hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, Ekoma, if you say your next big win is right here.
Dial star 712 hash and join the luckiest winning celebration. From the 1st of July 2024, dial star 712 hash to keep buying tickets as a group, individual, or even as a community. Win loads of cash and prizes in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Join the winning streak now.
The luckiest
star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
I'm saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS.
Akufado, minya wudienye, wuye bwe, Bawumia, minya wudienye, wuye bwe.
Hey, Mami Jamefua, why are you so excited this hot afternoon?
My sister, when I remember what Free SHS has done for me and my children, I can't help but be happy for what Nanado and Dr. Bawumia have done. You remember when I lost my husband who was the breadwinner?
Yes, I remember very well.
There was no hope for my 3 children to go to school until Nanado and Dr. Bawumia introduced Free SHS. Now my children, Kofi, Esi, and Kojo, attend all these big schools. In fact, do you know they are saying they want to review it? That's one. Some of their people are saying that they should cancel. Others too are saying they should make some people pay the fees.
Hey, they want to do their thing again. Who is going to pay and who will be going for free? They want to push we the poor people aside and start using their connection men and protocol to access the Free SHS life-changing policy.
That is why we have to do everything in our civil rights to make sure they don't come and spoil this good thing for us.
This Free SHS policy that Mahama and his people said is not possible. But now see,
it is possible. This year, we are voting to protect the Free SHS. Vote Dr. Bawumia, number 1 on the ballot.
The MacDown Entrepreneurship Challenge Season 1 has been a journey of great impact. From the application process to the selection of participants of MacDown Entrepreneurship Challenge Season 1, the millionaire investor Dr. Daniel Macaulay is staying the course of grooming the next generation of multi-million-dollar entrepreneurs for Ghana. Ghana's unemployed youth population is growing exponentially by the day. A private sector intervention is needed to lighten the burden of employment on the government. The MacDown Entrepreneurship Challenge is one of such privately funded initiatives. Ghana, are you ready for the second edition of the MacDown Entrepreneurship Challenge Season 2? In this edition, 15,750 applications were received. 80 applicants have been selected for the real showdown. So watch out as these 80 business ideas are put to the test in the battle for the ultimate prize. Who will succeed? Who will fall out? And who will win the $100,000 cash prize in the MacDown Entrepreneurship Challenge Season 2? The MacDown Entrepreneurship Challenge is brought to you by MacDown Foundation. The MacDown Entrepreneurship Challenge, coming soon.
Want more money, more moolah, more kudi, more sika, or more l'argent?
Yes!
Then win more moolah with 30 Ghana Cedis free credits when you play Game Park's Pick 1 and Pick 4 games for the first time.
How?
Just dial star 946 hash, get your first bet and win on us with a 30 Ghana Cedi welcome bonus.
Oh yes, it's all about the moolah.
Win more moolah with Game Park today. Go to GameParkGames.com for more information. Game Park is licensed by the NLA. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under 18 years.
Hey yo, what's up? My name is DJ Black. Join me this Saturday on the open house party from 8 p.m. to midnight. I bring you the latest hits, the tracks you wanna dance to on a Saturday night, and I tell you the spots to be at on a Saturday night. This Saturday, I'll feature Ghanaian songwriter and singer Darko Vice. Join me, DJ Black, on the open house party, Joy 99.7 FM. I bring you the super hits from 8 p.m. to midnight, baby. Yeah.
Still right here on Joy 99.7 FM, the Superstation. Showbiz A to Z. My name is Kwame Dadzie. In a moment, we'll be talking about the effects of Galamsey on Ghana's tourism. My guests are seated. But get ready for a game changer SMEs. We are introducing Yellowbiz, our new multi-service bundle with everything you need for a smarter business solution. This all-in-one package consists of a 4G router with 10 gigabytes of free data, Microsoft Office 365, genuine Microsoft applications, Webways, a customized business website for your business, Unicom servers, a unified business communication solution for your virtual call center, that is IVR and conference needs, and all these for a very good deal you don't want to miss. With MTN Yellowbiz, your business will gain access to advanced productivity tools, powerful online presence, and superior customer experience to optimize your operations. To stay ahead of competition, call 100 or 0244308111. Or you can also email us at mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com. or visit mtn.com.gh/business or any MTN office for your Yellowbiz and stay connected everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply. The biggest food and drink music festival is returning this October. The Eat, Drink Music Festival is back. The Eat, Drink Music Festival 2024 is powered by Hit 103.9 FM. And is supported by Joy FM and Joy Prime. So get ready for 2 unforgettable days filled with the best food and the best drink vendors, top DJs, and amazing musicians. Join us for an experience like no other, featuring world-class performances, a variety of local and continental foods, drinks, and fun activities. And this is happening at the Good Park Accra Mall on Sunday 26th, Saturday 26th and Sunday 27th October 2024. Time is 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Tickets are selling hot on all networks. You can just dial star 714 star 500 hash. Star 714 star 500 hash. And get a 10% discount on all tickets by buying through a special Hit FM QR code for the event. You can visit the socials of Hit FM, Joy FM, and Joy Prime to scan the QR code. For enquiries, you can go to www.eatdrinkmusicfestival.com. The Eat Drink Music Festival 2024 is powered by Hit 103.9 FM. Hit FM means entertainment and is supported by Joy Prime and Joy FM. Ghana, Etchesing, Obia Huye, Uncle Ken Huye, Mr. Frimpong Huye. Francis Dokun is saying, are you a human resource practitioner or business executive? Are you interested in digital transformation and AI adoption? Then mark your calendars for the Global Conference on Human Resources in Africa. Join us on October 24 and 25 at the stunning Labadi Beach Hotel to explore the emergence and dynamics of artificial intelligence and human resource technologies in Africa. Hear from Johnny C. Taylor Jr., who is the president and CEO of SHRM Global, and other distinguished speakers from around the world, including Dr. Francis Eduku, CEO of CHRM Ghana. Irene Asare is Global HR Executive and Board Member at the BBC News. David Segawa is a Group HR Director at Equity Bank Limited. Dr. Najat El Mahdi is chair of the Qatar HR Forum. So come engage in interactive sessions, panel discussions, and educational seminars, HR hurdles, and more. And that's not all. On October 25 and 26, you can join them for an exciting 2-day excursion around Accra and Cape Coast. Sponsors and partners include Rigworld Solutions Limited, Axis Pension Trust, Delta Airlines, Adanse Travels, National Labour Commission, SHRM Global, CIHRM Global, SHRM Forum Ghana,